right, there we go. We're live here. I forgot this one's going to start recording right away, so I'll be over here. I got dog fur all over my hat. Welcome, Mystics. Glad you guys have made it. We're live on TikTok over here, and we're live on YouTube right here. But I think this broke the thing. All right, let's try like this. Ooh. Cool. Why is the text so big? Go down. Swipe left. Swipe left. There we go. All right. So, okay, then even blocking the view here. Cool. I don't want it to block. That way I've got both the chats right here. I think that would make a little bit more sense. This is very impromptu and not planned. It's not planned at all. But welcome in. Instead of going live on Monday morning, because I do have an important meeting tomorrow, I will not be able to go live on YouTube. So I'm live on TikTok here. I've got it set up right here in this little corner. Got you guys here. I'm answering any questions you guys got or just talking about life, all kinds of manifesting stuff. I just finished going live with Inked on TikTok, but that was through my comedy account. That was something just for fun because, you know, we want to keep ourselves busy, keep ourselves having fun. Have fun, work on your goals, things like that. And that's when all your other manifestations come in. You know, just keep putting your best foot forward, keep putting in work on what you love to do, and finding your passions. That all goes back to self-concept, which was the most important rule for keeping your SP. Was bring in the SP is easy, as you guys just saw me do it again live. But then as she came back around, it's like, do I really want this anymore? That's what we talked about in last week's live. As you know, I put my whole life out there. Put my life out there for you guys to see somebody going through the same stuff as you, instead of just bullshitting and saying, oh, here's how manifesting works. Here's what it does. I just read this out of a book. And, you know, if you're on the live now and you don't like the ads, because I keep getting told that there's a lot of ads on YouTube, which I was not aware of, but I do know if you don't put ads on and you become monetized, I'm pretty sure that they just throw the ads on there anyway. So might as well get paid for the content versus them just taking the money. So if you don't want to hear that, go to Mystic Manifesting on TikTok. I'm trying to link up, like today's going to be a day where I put together all of the content that welcome in everyone who's joining here. I don't know how to tell how many viewers I got. I don't know how to tell how many people I got over here on TikTok, but I see people keep joining. So guys, YouTube, you guys are usually always here. You're always good with questions. You always got stuff going on. Tell me what's your weekend up to so far. I know it's Sunday night, a lot of stuff's going on. The Confrontational Queen. What's up, Confrontational Queen? Number 7, or that's like some kind of sign right there. But I figure it's a hangout time, and you know, a lot of us when we're manifesting stuff, we're going through stuff in our own lives, and we don't know what to do, especially if it's in an SP journey. It's a weekend and you might not have SP, and if you're not going out with your friends or you're already feeling down, there's not much you can, like, there's not much you feel like you can do. You just feel depressed and you need to laugh, you need to have a good time. So I figure come on here on the weekends and do this. And like I said, if I'm manifesting this being something I want to do full time, then I need to put more effort into it. So that's why I'm here on TikTok and I'm here on YouTube. And I'm not always great at driving the chat. I try to bring on guests. I did send Tone and Second Man a invite here on TikTok. So if they want to go live on TikTok with me, we'll be good to go there. Otherwise, I got you guys here. Help me drive this chat. We got this little thing over here. I wish you could do both on the phone at the same time, but I understand that you can't. Hello, Josie from Nebraska, fasting for this fall, day 9. Oh, nice. How you doing there, Josie? You're fasting? We're on day 9 right now. I've never tried to fast that long. I'll do intermittent fasting usually. I'll take. Are you doing that for manifestation reason, or are you? Oh, thank you for the follow too. Are you doing that to manifest something? Are you like, or are you just doing it because it's something that you would like to do? Because I used to do all kinds of stuff like that, where it's like, if I do this, I'll get that. Like, that's stupid. I mean, it was something I felt that was good for me, was I did like the NoFap for a while. Me and Tone, if you know Goated from Goated Manifesting, he talked about that in one of his things. It was something I did too. You give something up to get something back from God and the universe. But I realize now it's like as long as you could give up the old story or the negative stuff that you're dealing with, as long as you give that up, then and accept the new story fully, then you'll be good. But what's the reason for the fasting? Or is it just something that you want to do for your health? Like I said, today's Sunday. We usually don't do live on Sunday. And on the membership for YouTube, I'm going to start making videos for lives on Monday nights for members of that. And then I'm going to, today I've already kind of got the Discord set up already for that. Welcome in, JJ. Welcome in, Handsome Rob. Raise my vibration. I meditate 9 days of sun-kissed H2O. That's awesome. I don't know if I would be able to do that. I like to eat. I've made it like when I was going through heartbreak and stuff. Yeah, it's easy not to eat, but doing it intentionally does feel like it raises your vibration. Like I said, that's what kind of like the NoFap felt like that too, raise your vibration. But I've always, like I've gotten to the point now where it's a little bit more of like, I just know that I have to give up the old story and fully embrace the new story and believe what I'm working on that's the reality now. That's kind of where I'm at now. But to everybody, they have their own thing. Like for me right now, I've really gotten into sats a lot more than I used to. I've been doing sats every day, and it's not, sometimes it's just a straight up meditation. It's not even for manifesting anything that I want. It's just getting into that relaxed vibrational state, feeling good about yourself. And I know vibration is more law of attraction and not law of assumption, but just getting myself into that state and feeling good. And then sometimes you could sometimes things get revealed to you, like new messages. JJ, thank you, sir. Get you a little bit more into that, that state of like, they call it the flow state, where you get into the flow state and it's easier to follow your intuition, follow your bliss, as they say, and just get yourself where you want to be. Like, I'll use that flow state. Like if if you guys are obviously new here, but if you follow on YouTube for a while, you guys know I like to go to casinos and stuff. And like, that's like a good way for me to kind of tell where my mental state is. So at the casino, it'll be like, when I'm in that flow state, you'll know exactly what machines to go and play and gamble on. And it's like, man, it's something I wouldn't usually play, but then you gamble and win there. Or like when you were looking for like in the SP realm, if you guys know my SP story, I mean, that's if you follow on YouTube, I've got all the stuff on there. But taking inspired action kind of shows you where to take inspired action and shows you what's more desperate energy trying to get something. Are we able to see? Oh, that just makes it bigger. And then that goes back to there. Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to learn the TikTok thing. Usually live on YouTube. But I'm thinking to maybe do a live on TikTok every night or something like that. But I can't tell how many people are actually viewing this. What is that right there? Such good connection. I just can't tell how many people are in here. So if you're in here on TikTok, yeah, just let me know your questions, comments, or anything about manifestation or things that you've been wondering. One of the things that made me popular on YouTube was manifesting my SP back 5 times, then showing that, hey, anything is possible. Like, that was probably my most popular video. And then I just did a video on like a whole breakdown manifesting an SP back. I know it's not the main thing in the world, and it's something I came to learn later, is SP is not end all be all, but it is something that seems impossible breaking through that barrier. Everything else seems a little bit easier, like manifesting money or success. Like I've been around online a long time. Like I used to do comedy and acting. I still do that, and it's a passion of mine I'm getting back into. But manifesting 1,000 followers on YouTube, I thought that would be impossible, but then through Mystic I did, and it's got me pushing to make videos and stuff out here again. So welcome in, guys. I see more people are joining, so I'm live also here with YouTube as well. And guys, if you want to join on YouTube, I know that they're saying there's a lot of ads on the live. You can come over to TikTok. I don't think that there's ads on TikTok. But yeah, we're just talking all things manifestation. We're chilling. I know a lot of the times when you're going through something, it could be lonely, it could be hard, it could be difficult. So just as much as it helps you guys to talk through stuff, helps me too to feel good and realize it's like, hey, if you got a day where you're doing nothing, like today is a Sunday, you just kind of get out there and you make people feel good about themselves, makes you feel good about yourself. More TPS. How you doing there, sir, ma'am, whoever? Welcome in. Thank you, handsome Rob. I appreciate the likes. Yeah, I don't know like how many people you guys usually follow, or like who's your favorite manifestation coach, or who you work with, or what's your favorite type of method to use. But I've used all the different types of methods and tried a lot of different stuff. Stop smoking, it's bad for you. I'm headed out of experiencing my first ever narcissist, and this fast is needed. Well, if it's something you feel you need and it's good for you, 100%. 100%, I would say do it, because you got to do something that makes you feel good. Like that's why I mean, I didn't get into working out because of SP and stuff like that. I was into it before, but when I would go through the breakups and stuff, I would do stuff for myself, and that pushes you to have a higher self concept. You're doing something for yourself, and it's good for you. Let me see. Yeah, when you're doing something that's good for yourself and you're treating yourself the way you want to be treated, that opens up paths and channels for other people to treat you like that. Even because I guess when you would define who my SP was, I mean, you guys have, obviously you guys are newer on here. You guys are newer with TikTok, but one of the things was with my SP, I guess if you wanted to break it down, you could call it narcissism, but I would change it. I was able to change a lot of assumptions I had, and SP would come back conformed in a different person, and it was a beautiful experience. But I could not hold that story, and it's like that's one of the things too. It's like I wanted to get into that because last week in the live I talked about giving up my SP. It's because I couldn't release a lot of old story. I was happy to have learned manifesting. I was happy to see that it works when you. I was happy to see that it works. Sorry, I'm trying to I got comments coming everywhere, so I keep getting distracted. I was happy to see manifesting works. You can manifest an SP back. You can manifest changes in people. Like a shitty boss starts to treat you better when you start to treat yourself better. Things like that. Why did you start TikTok? I started TikTok just because, I mean, I was on TikTok as an actor and comedian before and posting workout stuff. But I started Mystic Manifesting on YouTube, and I was on YouTube for a long time. But then I started meeting a lot of people in real life people who you would not expect know about manifesting. I'm like, well, what you know about manifesting? And they're like, yeah, I know about manifesting, and I know it from TikTok. And they were saying some information that I didn't think was right. So I'm like, hey, maybe people actually need me to talk about it on here. So I got onto TikTok, and I would start talking to people there. And I just started posting recycled clips that help people a lot on YouTube. You have to take it day by day. That's all you can do, and you have to keep on pushing yourself. Exactly, Josh. You have to focus on yourself and your self concept, building up self love, because you can't attract in anyone that loves you if you don't love yourself. If you want to be treated a certain way, you are showing the universe, you are showing other people how to treat you when you are accepting certain things and not loving yourself. Like it's a weekend and it's like, oh, SP doesn't want to hang out or something like that. Well, because of that, you realize like, oh, well, without her or him or whoever you're manifesting, it's like, well, now my weekend's going to suck and I have nothing to do. No, you go out and you treat yourself better and you push yourself in every aspect. Find things you love. That's why I talked about I don't have the manifesting notebooks with me. Actually, I think they're out in the car. But it's like, okay, you push yourself to do things that better yourself, like working out, things like that. And thank you for the likes, Josh. Treat yourself better, not smoking. I mean that honestly. I appreciate that, brother. They're little cigars. They're not cigarettes. I'll usually use them to time my lives, but I did another live earlier where I smoked a cigar. So usually about once a week I'll have a cigar, and I'll have I've got a bunch of like little cigars. I'll bring them out sometimes if I go out to a bar or something like that. I'll smoke a little cigar just because it goes good, I guess, it goes good with drinking and keeping you sobered up and stuff like that. Because I don't like to drink to excess. There's a lot of things when I was going through bad times. I wouldn't be I didn't want to be drunk all the time. Like when I was going through stuff with SP and still learning manifestation, there were so many nights where I was drinking and gambling myself into a negative hole and just feeling bad about myself. See, comments on this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Okay. I guess they're filtering out comments. So if you guys are saying something, maybe try it again because it's not going through. And on YouTube, nobody's saying nothing yet, but oh, we just got a comment. Affirm for yourself and your self-concept 80% of the time. SP20. Exactly, Rocky. Thank you, brother. Good to hear from you today. Hopefully you're having a good weekend as well. If you guys know, on YouTube, I'm on YouTube and TikTok right now. But on YouTube, we do a weekly live every Monday, but I don't think I'm doing it tomorrow. That's why I'm kind of throwing them both together right now. And I'm trying to be more consistent here on TikTok. But yeah, you want to focus on yourself more because everything starts with yourself. It's easier to believe things about SP. It's easier to believe things about money. It's easier to believe things about things you're manifesting if you believe in yourself and you have that self-concept first. Bro, it's refreshing to have a man's perspective on manifesting. You're changing lives, bro. Thank you, Handsome Rob. I really appreciate it. And that's something that, here on the channel, me and Rocky talk frequently. And if you guys know Ink, me and her talk frequently. And another great man who does teach this is Tone from Goated Manifesting. Me and him did a collab a couple months ago. But it was something, there's not very many males that talk about our perspective on this. And I felt it was lacking when I was trying to learn manifesting, that there's not a lot of guys, because I show you through my ups and downs. And even on the channel, when I started this channel, I was kind of over my SP last August. And then, boom, the patterns repeated. I got my SP back again. We had an amazing, beautiful year. My fears and insecurities had crept back in. I had lost my self-concept. My life became SP. And I felt that was the whole foundation of my channel. I wasn't really doing techniques. I was just being more of a coach. And I kind of fell off and lost my way. So me and her split up a while back. We're talking again, but it's almost in the point where now I don't really want SP or any SP at this moment. I have a perfect one scripted out, which my SP never really met that list. It was just someone who came along when I was learning manifestation and building up my self-concept. She came into my life at the right time, and I'll never hate her for it. But, when you go through a hard time with a woman and take her back after losing her, as a man, there's a stigma to that. And what I've learned is a lot of forgiveness and accepting and, moving forward. But eventually you get kind of tired of that, I guess. And that's the point where I want to get a lot of you guys to, and then I'm working on myself to get to, is that point of just that self-concept where it's you can still love and be friends, because it's always, oh, you can't be friends with a girl you've been with. I'm kind of accepting more of that. It's I don't want her out of my life, but I also don't think I want to manifest that relationship anymore personally. Hey, when I joined the live, I knew I was in the right place. When I seen you smoking, I got my vape. Let me say my pen, not my vape. Yeah. I just realized I better put it down, because I think when I was doing the comedy stuff, I usually always smoke a cigar during my live because they take about an hour, so it times out my lives the right way. But I left the cigars in the other room, so I just had the little ones in here. But I think that TikTok might strike you or whatever for that. So I'm let me be a good boy right now and not do it. Maybe it's a negative affirmation, but I did smoke the whole last live. If you affirm for yourself and want to incorporate SP at the same time, say something like, I'm an amazing boyfriend or girlfriend who could have anyone they want. Exactly, Rocky. If you guys see, if there's some comments you guys won't see here and some that you guys won't see down here, but I'm on the two things. So Rocky's been a member of the channel for a long time. I'd say probably since February. And that's something we've talked about too. It's the only time you really need to incorporate your SP into your affirmations or things like that. And it just depends what technique works best for you. It's like working out. Everybody has a technique that will work best for them. And if you like affirming, stick to the affirmations for yourself. For me, I love visualizing. Visualizing is my favorite. It's what I learned from Neville. And I would just jump right into a visualization. I love sets. I love meditating, things like that. It's very easy for me to get into those specific states and stuff like that. But I would jump right to, like, when I was manifesting SP back, I was visualizing myself with more money. I didn't have my own place. I was still living with my parents. The condo that I'm living in now, actually, I'm about to close on. I've been renting it, but I'm going to close on it. It was actually a condo that I visualized because my SP used to tell me about this place she wanted to live in, and she just kept talking about it again and again and again. Like, she goes, oh, there's a balcony, and they got a nice little kitchen and 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and she would talk about it very passionately. So I would visualize it, and I would visualize myself walking around. I was picturing it being hers. Next thing you know, boom, I'm living in here, and it's like, oh wow. And then, like, we had all the stuff that I wanted to do with her, we wound up doing here. So it's like spending like a long time together, like a week at a time. She'd stay here before work. Like, everything we talked about doing before wound up being done here, but I just visualized it being her place. But anyway, yeah, there's that. I should have brought my coffee, but I don't have the coffee. Yeah, there's nothing here. This is actually Rocky. Probably the last time we did a live, I think I was drinking out of this. That was like over a week ago. Any coffee left in there wouldn't be good now. But yeah, I post like only the little highlights here of like stuff on TikTok, and it's just me being lazy right now, not because I got to rewatch all my old videos, and I don't like watching myself again on film. But it's like, go back, listen for things that are important, clip it up, and then throw it on here, put a little motivational music behind it, and then take it and put it as a clip on the other thing while still posting on my other channels. So slowly but surely trying to build up this positive community of everyone trying to manifest their dream lives, realizing that SP is not end all be all, that your self-elevation and betterment is the number one thing, and people will conform and treat you the way that you deserve to be treated when you begin treating yourself like that. When you are able to release an old story. And sometimes it's very hard to release an old story. Like I said, I've done it, but it's hard to last because you start thinking, it's like, even though you know everyone is you pushed out, that this whole world is just a mirror of yourself and your consciousness and how you see yourself. It's hard because, especially from the male point of view, like Rob was saying, here's a male's point of view. It's hard to see. It's like, because guys are going to break your balls if they know some stuff that happened in their SP journey. May I please know what SP means? Oh, SP means a specific person. So it's often referred to in romantic terms. So basically, most people in the manifesting community that I've learned have wanted to manifest their ex back, but they'll refer to them as SP because they don't want to use their actual name while trying to learn how to manifest them back on online. But specific person, but it doesn't necessarily apply to that. Like, I've used the specific person methods and changing stuff with, like, there was a boss who treated everybody horribly, to see him in the better light and like actually have good inner conversations with him and see him as actually a good person. And a series of events took place where he had beef with everybody except for me. So instead of like choosing to beef with me, made me like his best friend, and I didn't really have to do anything, and he became a really cool dude to me. So stuff like that, or like changing SP's perspective on our relationship and things like that. It took me seeing that in myself first, and living it in my mind and in my imagination before it materialized into physical reality. And you can never know the time, but one of my affirmations is that I'm no more than 2 weeks away from a miracle. What's up, Oyster? How you doing? I'm over here. I'm live on TikTok and I got the phone right here, and I got you guys up there. But we got a lot of new viewers of Mystic on the TikTok side of things. So I'm trying to be fair, and because I think we've actually got more followers on TikTok than we do on YouTube. I think we got 1,030 on YouTube and a little bit over 1,030 over here. So, and this live, we have some new people like the Confrontational Queen and who is this? Handsome Rob. And I believe, what was the other guy? Josh, right? Yes, and Josh. I believe the 3 of them just followed. And usually, like, when I do these lives, it's kind of like if you can't afford coaching or something, you come in here with a question, and I try to help you guys out with whatever you're going through from afar. Usually with coaching, it's a little bit more one-on-one and in-depth. But I do these lives for people who need some help if they can't really afford it. And it's a little bit more detailed than stuff that I put out in the videos, maybe, because you might have a deeper question on what's in the videos that I do. I see double fisted, double fisted up. Yep. I'm finally not depressed. It's almost a month. That's good to hear, Oyster. I know you were on a really good positive kick for a while, and then I know you were slipping up a little bit, but I'm glad to hear it. Sometimes we have to go through that. We hit that little dip, and like I will say, like you guys saw me go through it. I'll show you. Like that's one of the things I try to do with. I mean, there's so many people who do teach manifesting, and I don't want to be the guy who's like out here like, yes, I'm positive, happy every day, and like, and you're looking to me as like the guy. Well, why can't I be happy like him? No, I show you straight up. Like if I have SP problems, if I have problems with myself and my self concept, whatever I'm going through, I try to be real and show it to you guys. And you guys saw me. I went through like a little dip and stuff like that too, but then it's just pulling yourself up. Sometimes it might take some time. You can affirm or visualize that your friends and family are so happy we're back together, or you want to start with someone new, affirm or visualize there are no hard feelings between you and you're moving on. Exactly, Rocky. And it's kind of like the thing, it's like I'm trying to figure out like what exactly do I want? And in my video that I posted, the number one chief aim, goal, or whatever, you have to know your goal. If you're manifesting something and you don't know your exact goal, you're going to get half-assed results or no results. And for me right now, it is like a half-assed result. SP came back around, but we're not together because I don't really know if I want that. And because I don't know that, she says she doesn't know that. So it's like, it's literally everything that you're here, like that you're thinking here happens out there. Everything you're fearing here happens out there. And that's, I think in my 2.5 years with this girl and doing SP manifestation versus my 4 to 5 years of actually knowing law of assumption or 10 years of the law of attraction, my research has shown that like whatever you think, feel, and believe enough in here, it will push out into physical reality. I've not found anything different, good, bad, or ugly. I've showed you guys that through the channel. I feel amazing. I'm working on my best self. I'm working on manifesting my SP just for the fuck of it, but I'm working on myself. That's good to hear. Yeah. I drop it and here it comes. Exactly. That's always what happens to you. You drop it because it's no longer important. If you want something and you're chasing it and you really need that, it's very hard to get it because the universe and God is giving you exactly what you want. And I realized like even when I was doing comedy, like whatever you joke about, their universe and God play no games. They will give you whatever the fuck you want. So you're working on your self-concept, but so yeah, if you drop the importance of it, it's just something you already have, not something you're trying to get. I also affirm everybody wants me. Men adore me and women look up to me the same. I don't know if I want him now. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Yeah, exactly. It's like I think once you've gone through so much stuff with them, there's no hard feelings on it, but it's also realizing that you hold the power to manifest all these things. And in a way, me and Tone had talked about this before, and you guys know Tone from Goated Manifesting. We've talked about this before. It's almost like sometimes when you lose that desire, you've elevated so much, your self-concept is so high, you don't need that other person anymore for that validation. Tone also had an affirmation that says, I release any anger, hurt, or resentment towards SP, and SP releases any anger. That's actually a really good one, Rocky, because I was thinking about that the other day too. Like Reverend Ike has a speech releasing anger and hatred. And it's like, man, hatred is like a little bit of, it's not a little, it is when you're holding on to hatred, which is a word I think that maybe Reverend Ike coined, but that hatred is you're hurt over something that happened and it's putting you in a victim mentality. So if you're a victim and the world's beating you up and kicking you down or SP's treating you like garbage, you're allowing it to happen because you're hurt by it. When you don't take anything personally and you realize things are just happening, events just happen, you're the one that assigns them a meaning. There is no SP saying they don't want to be with you literally means nothing until you say it's a horrible thing. But if you say it's a good thing because, okay, whatever's got to happen now to play out for them to be with me, they will. But instead, you're just taking it as that's end all be all because they've made that decision, which is taking power from your own life and putting it in someone else's hands. Yeah, I'm just kind of all over it. Yeah, that's fine too. It's cool to do that. And this, my best advice for that too would be release that anger and hatred. I'm trying to be your assistant coach. I appreciate it, Rocky. Yeah, it's like it's easier when you have someone in your corner to help you, because me and Ink just did a live, but it was not through my comedy channel. We did a live just for like anybody who wanted to get over there and have a good time and laugh and have some fun, because I do know when you're going through something and you're not manifesting it and it's not really the way and things aren't really going the way that you want them to, it's very easy to get depressed, and then all you want to do is watch videos on I just saw something that's going to make me laugh. I'll bring it up in a second. But it's like making you feel really depressed and stuff. And it's like it's hard to get out of it because you just want to watch manifesting videos to feel better and keep watching. And then consuming all this content and then realizing you don't have something, and it just makes you more depressed. So it's like try to make things fun. I want to see if this viewer is still here. No. London Tipton joined the live. It's funny because here's another thing where everything in your reality kind of connects. My brother started watching the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody again. It's the show we grew up with. And he's like, hey, remember this scene? We were watching some highlights of it, laughing at the other day. And says, now London Tipton joined your live. That's hilarious. That's like dumped, dumb, and stupid combined. I manifested it. He called and begged to see me. Exactly. Yeah, once you start seeing once you start seeing and putting that energy towards it, that's what you want, you will receive that. What did you do to put SP off the pedestal? Well, it's hard, like, because sometimes, like you guys saw, like when SP comes back into my reality, sometimes it's hard because she will go right back up on the pedestal because it's like you think you've achieved this big feat or something like that, even though I know it's not. I put her up on that pedestal because for me personally, it's like, oh, wow, like now I'm the mystic again. No, you're the mystic and the manifester and the master of your reality because you are born with that right from God to manifest and create your reality. But when SP is around and you're putting them up on that pedestal, it's like you can't be yourself. You can't have anything good unless they choose you. Then you're putting the power in their hands. So taking SP off the pedestal is realizing, okay, if SP's going to be with someone else, they're going to be with someone else. If SP's not going to choose me, that's their loss. And realizing sometimes going into that 3D like dating coach type thoughts, like, you know what? If they're going to do that, they're going to do that, and just accepting that that's one possible reality. If there's infinite realities, you're putting, okay, that's a possible reality. I accept that could happen, but at the same time, I'm not letting that dictate my life. I'm still going to visualize and see the future I want, but I'm not going to be so held to it that I need that to be me. And realizing that the world, like without your SP, you're still going to have a great life. Like, bro, I talked to you before. You have a lot of great things going on in your life, and like so many great opportunities are coming to you in your life. You're a high value man. When you start to see yourself and acknowledge that more and put yourself up on that pedestal with all the great things you have going for you, then it will be easier to take SP down. That's why it's so much that you put that work into visualizing for yourself and affirming for yourself concept, because when you have a high self concept, the SP automatically comes down off that pedestal because you're up on it. Thank you for the follow. Yes, I appreciate it. He begged to take me on a date to meet in somewhere, go to a club, meet outside in person. He has to take me to a Beyonce concert. I listened to Lou Rawls, You're Gonna Miss My Love. That made SP pop up overnight. I realized I don't want anyone right now. I want to work on my body. See, that's a good idea, Oyster, because that's where I'm at too. It's like I wanted my SP, but it's like now that there's an opportunity here, it's like I kind of don't anymore. I've got all those lovely fond memories and stuff, and maybe in the future I will try again. But I don't want, if it's not her, I don't want to date anyone unless the divine match comes through that's even better than her. Cool. And if she fully conforms, I'm tired of putting the effort into it, because you guys have seen I've proved everything I set out to prove with that in the law. Now I just want to become the best manifesting coach, build my body, be able to make enough money to help my family who's with their financial stuff too, and to just be able to go full time into this and travel. I visualized taking my SP off the physical pedestal. That helped. That does help too, Rocky. There's another one. Robert Zink had it. I know a lot of people have iffy thoughts about Robert Zink, but I do believe you could find good in like everybody's teachings. And he had one where he's like, visualize yourself getting really, really big and them getting really, really small. And it's like a metaphorical way to, take them off that pedestal and realize that you're bigger than life. You are the conscious creator with that divine right from God to do whatever you want and create the life of your dreams. Is it true that self-concept alone can manifest SP? There are split opinions. For me, I believe that, I've manifested her without self-concept, but the problem is you can get an SP back in without self-concept. I've done it many times. Or you could build up your self-concept and they will come back in. Both ways work. It's whatever you're choosing to do. When there's a ton of questions and you're looking for answers, it's like, okay, let me try this. And then you, they said if this works, like somebody told me this works, so I'm going to do that. and it might manifest it, or you might try it for like a week and be like, yeah, God damn it, it didn't work. Oh, let me try something else. And then you go look for somebody else's method. And it's like, did I try this? Try it for a week? No, it didn't work either. Nothing ever works for me. And now you're downward spiraling. So whatever you believe works does work. But I do know that if you don't have a high self-concept, you don't really believe that you deserve what you're getting. You believe that you deserve less. Me too. I just want to focus on me. You all know the old person. I've proved I can manifest anything. Exactly, Oyster. It's like, I think we do it a lot of times too. We're manifesting someone out of ego, realizing that it's like we have all those beautiful memories and stuff, and we don't have to hate them. When you break up with someone, you don't have to hate them anymore. You could still love them and still have that fond feeling for them, but accept that they're gone and that you don't want them anymore because you want to do something better. And when you're fully ready and your self-concept where it's at, it will be a better relationship if you choose to go back to them or let them come back to you. Put it that way. Phrase it. Watch your phrasing, because your thoughts, speech, and everything is very important. Yes, because SP is a reflection of you. Exactly, Rocky. I'm focused on having there's like a little heart in the way. Let me try to see what you're saying. Oop. No, right now I'm just clicking too much shit. The skinny suit I want, they always come back. There you go. Yeah, they always come back. And it's true. It's something someone said to me a long time ago. They always come back. Hey, Mitzi, how you doing? Getting ready for your flight? And it's funny too. Here's something else, a little mini manifestation. Me and Mitzi talked a few weeks ago on the live where she was talking about going to the 50 Cent concert. And I was like, oh, yeah, I want to go too. But I had no means of going. I'm like, are there even tickets? And it's funny, the day of the concert, like 3-4 hours before the concert, somebody offered me tickets. I just didn't feel like going, which is kind of a thing here. This kind of relates to the SP thing. You could manifest it and really want it, or just kind of do it and release it. Then the opportunity is there and you don't want it anymore. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting it anymore. So weird. I caught you on live. I was literally finishing up watching one of your videos about manifesting SP out of thin air. First video I've ever watched. Well, I'm glad that hopefully it's one you liked, and I'm glad that you found me. And if you got any manifesting questions, I usually do these lives on Mondays, but today I decided to go on TikTok, and I'm like, you know what? In case there's not too many viewers on TikTok, let's go over here to YouTube and throw something up there. Oh, yeah, currently shopping for some snacks. Nice. Careful shopping downtown, Mitzi. Like, everything is marked up down there. Let's see. What is this? I wonder if we could get Tone in here, too. If he's... No, I don't think he's online. What did you do when you were exhausted from manifesting? Did you continue? That's when I move more into the affirmations and trusting and just feeling it's done and only doing that sleep technique. It's just, for me, I'm tired of it currently, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna let it play out, and I'm actually cool with however it does play out. I've said that before, and then it's like she come back around, but it's like I don't want to feel the way I do, and I don't know if mentally I could change that. I know you can change it, but if it's worth the effort of me changing stuff, changing my mindset towards someone. And it's not hating her, it's just choosing that I don't want to do that no more. I also have a success story / bridge of events that happened last night. Was a shit show, but it ended up beautifully. I'll email you. Of course, yeah, I'd love to hear about that, Mitzi. That's one of the things I was saying. There's no bad days. No matter how ugly something gets, it usually unfolds in the best way when you start assigning things positive meanings. Like, I remember you saying that, like, you had a complete shit show yesterday, but I was thinking, like, how does that turn out in a good way? Or like all the stuff with SP where it turned out in a complete shit show for me, but in the long run, all that negative stuff turned out to be a positive event for me later on down the road. Yeah, see, I do like I think it's like the more I stay on the live and the more I do these lives too, keeps you a little bit more sharper on like coaching all this stuff and everything. So I'm thinking to start doing this every night. I'm trying to see where's that one thing that I put on here. I found your videos because I'm getting back into manifesting. Over the years, I stopped and started. Now I've scripted an entire new life for myself, and I've started daily affirmations. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's kind of like the same thing. Just kind of relates to like, I mean, everything in the world kind of ties together. Like I came from the acting and comedy realm, and then there it's like it's something you quit and start a lot. And same thing with manifesting. You're in it and you're out of it. You're in it and out of it because you see something that you doubt, and it's like somebody asked me when do I quit manifesting. It's like almost every day. For a while, it was like I'm in it and I'm out of it. I'm in it and I'm out of it. It's like no, it's bullshit. It doesn't work. But then you see, it's like no, if you just persist and hang in there, more things unfold. And it's like the truth is, from what I've learned, that you're always manifesting. You don't have a choice. You're going to manifest something. So why not take conscious control of it? And if it doesn't turn out your way, realize that it's because the way that you want it to turn out exactly couldn't have unfolded that way. You have to trust that process, that it's going to unfold in a better way. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my frame of thought for a second. I'm trying to figure out a little bit more on here. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, just drop them in. It's true. Repetition is key. I hated the way I was for years. Now, because of my affirmations, I can feel personality changes. Exactly. It all starts within. So the more you repeat positive affirmations about yourself, the more you repeat positive beliefs and things you want to change and seeing things the right way, the more it's going to work out. Want to see? Yeah, I thought it was supposed to promote this. I've said to myself that I won't check the 3D bro, but then I saw that I did damn much. That did too damn much 3D checking unconsciously even. It became a habit. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I don't do that too from time to time. And it's a bad habit. And for me, that's why I'm like, you know what? It's so much effort going into that when I could use this creative power for so much more, like building up this channel more, helping more people. It's like, for me, I've reached that point where it's just not worth the SP thing anymore because your whole life is now dictated by SP. And it's like Joe Dispenza always talks about it. He will not put effort into relationships. And even Neville said when you're manifesting a person, he's like, you're doing it from it's that person or no person, that person or no person. Well, when you're coming from that point of view of that person or no person, he said that he would go to all these weddings and so often it was not that person. And even Neville was married twice. So it's like his point of view was, I think he came more from the divine match, but he also admitted that you can manifest a specific person. I think I'll have another little cigar before I go to the gym. You guys got any other questions or anything? Yeah, my pre-workout is a mini cigar. You're using your body weight to work out. That's good. That's also a really good way to start. Oh, it did promote it, but it didn't really do what it was supposed to do. I can't wait to get back to the gym. I miss the adrenaline feeling. Yeah, me too. I went yesterday and I was just like, I felt really, really depressed yesterday. Like this wave of it hit me. And I wound up just going in, doing cardio and leaving. I was going to head to the boxing ring earlier today, but I didn't sleep or eat. Yeah, you don't want to go in there while you're feeling like that. I don't know if Rocky's still here. He's mentioning boxing. Rocky's a boxing coach. I get those cigar bumps. I'm totally not phased by SP because every time he comes back, he said what I visualized. Yeah, that's also what I've noticed too. Everything that you visualize about that person happening behind the scenes, it is happening behind the scenes every single time. Do I have classes? No, I don't do classes. I have on Monday mornings I go live on this channel, but tomorrow I won't be doing it. That's why I'm doing it right now. Um, I have coaching sessions that if you email me at mysticmanifesting@gmail.com, I do video coaching or DM coaching or things like that. And then there's like a monthly package, which no one's really bought, but it's because it's expensive, but it requires a lot of work on my end. It's like $1,500 a month to check in with me once a week. And then if you need a like emergency, like having a breakdown or whatever, as soon as I could get back to you, I will. But that one's kind of that's like a very that's like I call that the VIP. But other than that, I do like regular. It's like half hour, 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, 3 hours coaching sessions. I was dealing with my mom's death and so rubbish. I want to focus on my best self. He's having a horrible time dating nobody. It's me. Well, that's awesome that you have that good self concept. But I'm sorry to hear about your mom, and I know that's definitely going to be a hard thing that you have to work on, and that's something you should work on with yourself. Everything we visualize happens behind the scenes. Can you talk about your experience? Yeah, I've talked about this one before. Um, when I feared a third party, I kept thinking about it. There was a third party. When I feared other negative events that I kind of don't want to talk about that story right now, those things happened. When I visualized us broken up and I would picture her having a talk with her best friend about how she wants to get back to me and her best friend would hyping me up and blah, blah, blah. And they'd have all these talks at her kitchen table. And I'd only met that friend one time. I didn't know much about her friend. I kind of didn't even know how her friend's voice sounded. And I've been in her house one time. So I visualized it happening at this one table in her house. And they said it when I went over there one time. They're like, you know, at this table over here, we used to talk about you all the time, blah, 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 how she should be with you. And it's like, man, it really was. Everything I visualized happening behind the scenes, it did. Or it's like, oh, I visualized you missing me or going through a hard time or whatever. It's because that's exactly what was everything I visualized happening, it did. Oh, thanks for the likes, Rysek. I appreciate it. Trying to see how many people we got. No matter who he tries to date, nobody compares to me. He said that. He said that it in his life, he's never felt this way about anyone else the way he feels about me. That's fine. Don't fear anything. There's no one but me. I'm not replaceable. I just focused on myself. Exactly. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about all that stuff. I know how it is to hear those things and then like have the opposite play out, but it's fine. You either persist in it or just focus on yourself. Like persist in like that's what he really wants. What was your experience manifesting a friends with benefits SP? Did you feel it was worth it or was it a waste of time? Did you talk about it in a video? I'm conflicted about it. So right now I'm kind of in that situation again. And it's funny because it mirrors last August and September was kind of the same thing. And that's when I didn't fully know what I wanted. The same thing I want now. There's been like some things in the relationship that happened. So it's like, I know that I have been in love with her. I do know there's a strong love I have for her. So being friends with benefits is cool, but then knowing that, hey, you know what, if there's friends with benefits and nothing else, there might be somebody else kind of weighs on your mind. So if you really love somebody, it's very hard to do. But if you're not particularly feeling any type of way about them, and just like, hey, they're cool, I like hanging out with them, I want to see where things play out, and see if I develop more feelings, then there's nothing wrong with it if that's how you feel about it. But for me, it was difficult to do. It's like because I went from the friend zone thing, like she's like, oh, let's just be friends and hang out again. I'm like, I'm not going to just hang out with you and not have sex. And because I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me and whatever. And then it took a couple hangouts and then boom, we switched because I was using remote seduction method and affirmations on that. He's also miserable without me. I'm fine, though I'm focused on me. That's exactly what's playing out because I don't want him right now. I affirmed that she's deeply in love with me and couldn't anymore differentiate if it was my imagination or happened in 3D. Then she posted a story about our relationship. She kept talking about it. Well, see, that's good. Yeah, exactly what you were visualizing, that she can't get over you. She still wants to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to push out in the 3D. And that's one of those signs where you know your subconscious is impressed when you are in that state that you can't tell if it's real or fake anymore. Because there's another thing. It's like, I think they said psychologically, your brain can't tell the difference between memories and dreams. That's why some dreams feel so real. And it's like when you're doing these affirmations and techniques and visualizations before bed, you're impressing your mind, and the dreams are becoming those type of things. Oh, you're welcome, brother. Hopefully it helps. I was just thinking about a little remote seduction. It works. Yeah, I've had it work before. I haven't used it as much. Haven't really wanted to use it lately, but because it's hard with like sometimes like certain things. Like, do you even want that anymore? Like there were a couple times we hung out and nothing happened because mutually, like I didn't really want it, and then she didn't want it, and it was like weird. But when you get into that and like you start visualizing like a sexual scene with them or something like that, or how it plays out, even if it's something you guys haven't really done before, then it has played out in that particular way too. You and Nick just caught the live. What's up, brother? How you doing? I'm glad you caught it. How you doing? Hopefully everything's all good with you now, and you keep having more positive success stories and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm doing it, and it's funny too because I'm doing it Sunday night instead of or Sunday afternoon rather than Monday morning because I got some stuff going on tomorrow, and I was playing around on TikTok set it up here. Figured I'd throw you guys in here too. I'm manifesting my perfect body. There you go. Perfect. It's funny because you'll be more obsessed with that and feeling better about manifesting your perfect body because it's something exciting. It's for you. You're seeing the changes. You know it's working and it's something for you. I would never think you have to use remote seduction. You're already a good looking guy and in good shape. I thought remote seduction was for uglier guys with no game. No, I mean, I've used it before, and it's funny because I mean, I've had multiple people tell me this, and logically, I know it too. Like, my SP is good looking, and there's guys who simp over her online when she posts pictures and shit like that. But by category, I mean, there's a lot more, not to be mean or a dickhead or nothing. I am a higher value, like, than the sexual marketplace thing, whatever you want to call it, like, better looking by comparison. I mean, you can't really compare a guy and a girl, but it's like people are like, really? Like, that's who you're all heartbroken over? That's who you're manifesting, stuff like that. So it's like, sometimes and like that's realizing that's reflecting your self-concept that no matter how you look out here you might see yourself as an ugly person, you might see yourself as someone who's not worth it, so you have to, that's why self-concept is number one. Why do you think like so many ugly dudes pull hot chicks sometimes? Because they've got that mentality that, oh, I can do whatever I want, blah blah blah, I get whoever I want, and they might just be bullshitting themselves, but they're getting what they want. How's your movie career going, bro? So far, I mean, I haven't really applied for nothing or auditioned. Somebody actually sent me a thing out in Norway, and if I got the part, I would make more money in a year than I do with my day job. And it was like to play a background character on some kind of Viking show or something out in Norway, but you'd have to spend all 20 or 24 summer out there. And I thought about it. If they played paid lodging and stuff like that, and I could secure something for myself back here and rent this place out, I thought about doing that. And it was funny that that came up out of nowhere when I started focusing on my self concept. And I've had a really good movie idea that I'm kind of passionate about that I want to shoot a little bit of and start working on that. Good man, yeah, kind of taking talking to my SP before my current, but I was kind of taking action by me, so I can't say she just came back and everything is great. But I felt like I went backwards in time with a few people, with the people I've spoke to this week. Now I've had that before too. It's almost like where it's like sometimes you want to reset and stuff, and things go back like like you get almost like a reset. Like I've asked for a reset with my SP and stuff before, and it's happened. And like I know I don't want to reveal too much of your story, but it's like maybe that particular SP may have been someone who was on your mind for a while with less resistance and a more positive raised self-concept, which I felt like you raised up after the session. With that raised up self-concept and those old visualizations, you just were able to drop back in at a really quick pace and bring that into fruition. No, exactly. People telling me that I get more beautiful SP, but it's not about that for me. Yeah, exactly, brother. I get you too. I'm in the same boat, bro. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Get a hostel, go out there if they offer it to you. That's an actor's dream. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was debating it. The place you submit it through, I used to have a acting application over there. It was through Backstage. If what do you call it? Sorry, I lost my train. Oh yeah, I'd have to pay like $400 to get back on there. No big deal. I'd pay that, and then you'd audition for it, and then find out if you get it. But it's like, let me get a little bit more shredded up first, and then go out there. Right now, I'm kind of like the lowest weight I've been at. I'm under 200 pounds right now, but I'm looking more lean, so it makes me look bigger. So hopefully that's enough to play a Viking thing. But I've got my hair kind of short. But if I leave the top long, keep fading out the sides, maybe it will work. I also look too Italian, or people say I'm Italian. Well, I am Italian, but they'll say I look Greek or Jewish too. So unless they need a Roman or something, I'm not. I don't know if I got it. I didn't do anything to. I allow myself my manifestation to come to me. I don't know what my. I don't know if my SP is a narcissist, not a once in a lifetime or anything. I'm fatter than I've been in a minute. Well, yeah. So stop those negative affirmations right there. It's like, okay, realize where you might be right now, and then know what you want, and then just only affirm and say those things out loud. Don't let the negative things keep repeating out loud. Let's see, what do we got going over here? You said, but all the fat is in my butt. Well, if you like it like that, then that's a good thing to say. But don't. The word narcissist is thrown around very quick. Yeah, I've thought that word too for my SP too, and they will be that if you choose to accept that. I mean, even if they meet the standards and the things you've been experiencing, and the more you hear it from other people, it's kind of like, all right, that's there. But yeah, just if you want, don't choose to accept that. Choose to accept only the best version of them. Yeah, exactly. She's just reflecting you. The world is a mirror, and the people are reflecting your thoughts to them. So when you have those negative thoughts, sometimes you can't break out of them. Like for me, it's very hard to break away from some of the things, but it's been very difficult to break that. And sometimes I think maybe I won't be able to break myself out of that because of the stuff that's happened. But to the degree you are self-persuaded, that's how much the world will change, like Neville said. So with all the acting and writers strike, how have things been? I assume you had worked regular job. I assume you've had to work regular jobs at the moment. Yeah, I don't know much about the actors and writers strike. I do acting on the side of, as you see all the prop, you don't see it here on TikTok, but you guys could see it from the bigger camera. That's like all the props and stuff. I've only done like little short work and stuff and self-build stuff, student films, everything in Chicago. But I've never been in anything major before. It was always a dream of mine, but I always had such a negative belief on it. And then I got into manifesting an SP, and then I got into teaching this. So I've never actually tried to use manifesting towards my dream like that. And I feel like throughout the time I've lost my passion for it. But without the passion to it, there's not as much of an attachment, and being an actor is not up on a pedestal as much anymore. So I feel like I would have a lot of success with it if I was just able to buckle down and visualize exactly what type of actor I want. And I'm kind of seeing characters I want to play, things I want to do. So that's kind of another thing I'm working on besides building up this channel. What about when things seem to be going on the right track with SP and then it changes? So I've had that before too. This is a TikTok question. I'll jump back to you guys in a second. So when things are going on the right track with SP and then they just take a sudden turn. So like you have to be really honest and break down where have your thoughts been. Um, Before things collapsed last time around, I was on cloud nine. I felt like things were going perfect, but every now and then we would have fights. I had these negative thoughts, this thought that was just sticking in my head, going again and again and again, something that was going to destroy the relationship. And I kept thinking about it, thinking about it. But then when I was with her, things were good, they were fine. But when we weren't together, that thought would play around, or I wouldn't think about it for a while, but it would pop back up. And technically, I was persisting in it. And it took self reflection and looking back to realize I unconsciously manifested that, but through conscious thoughts of something that kept popping in my head that I was not able to stop at the gate. And that's what I've kind of learned when things seem to be going good and the carpet gets pulled off from underneath you. It's because you've had some intrusive thoughts somewhere that hijacked your mindset and have set it back. And it always took me going back and then finding out in hindsight what you were thinking and what was pulled up. My BF told me that she is a narcissist until I believed it. I guess that's how my SP showed up. Yeah, I've had that before too. My SP, when I met her, a lot of people threw a lot of negative thoughts on her. So when I manifested her back and I didn't really feel anything for her, and it was just a friends with benefits thing I was cool with, and everyone kept throwing these thoughts on me, I started to internally do them because those are affirmations and you're letting stuff from the outside come back at you. So you might hear it once because maybe it was something that you thought a little bit about, or maybe it was just out there. But then the more like you hear it, then you think it, then you hear it again, because now it's like echoing. It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? But everything comes from within you first and in your mind first. So it's just going back and forth. You're bouncing it back and forth right now. This thought, I heard it, so I'm thinking it. Now I'm hearing it again, and I'm hearing it more, so I'm thinking it more, and it's just going back and forth and back and forth. He projected from his failed relationship, yes, but and then you probably witnessed his failed relationship before too. So then you assumed like how his feelings towards other women would be, and a woman like your SP would be. So then you kind of, in a way, maybe this is where it gets hard with the whole like everyone is you pushed out. You can trace it back somewhere to a thought you had. Sometimes it's very hard to trace and find that thought though. And then in that case, when you can't find it, you just have to accept the fact that okay, everyone is you pushed out, and something in my thought process or my belief system has created this, and I know what the thought is now. I know what the situation is. Let me go back and change it, and let me just keep repetitively slamming my mind with a positive version of this person or this situation until it changes, or I change my belief of it. It's legit across the street from my house. What's across the street from your house, Oyster? I park on the one lot for free because they just took up parking ages ago. Just Joy, hello there, oh Joy, how you doing? It's always about, it's always you, it's always you. I felt absolutely nothing about my celebrity SP, no attachment, and it ended when I wanted. Exactly. I struggle with intrusive thoughts when we do have an argument, trying to work on that. Yeah, and that's something I've struggled with too. Yes, that I would. I mean, now you're in an argument, you're worried they're going to leave you because you're just voicing out your opinions and stuff like that. But you have a negative assumption that if you voice your opinions, that that's going to lead to the end. And that anytime you voice your opinions, that will be an argument because they don't want to deal with that. And you just stick in this whole pattern, and it's very hard to work on. That's where, in terms of like no contact, not talking with them and stuff, comes to your benefit and your aid because you're now so focused on yourself and your belief system and seeing what a great person you are. You don't have to deal with the like you don't have to worry about that until they come back. But in the meantime, you could change your assumptions of them that you've become such a strong version of yourself. There's nothing they can say or do that's going to fuck with you. Oh, okay, so you're in Chicago. How's Chicago these days? That's all right. I mean, I'd prefer to live in Florida, but my day job is here, so I do that. But I mean, like I said, I'm manifesting to be able to make enough money to travel and to do this stuff full time because I do have a passion for this. When I do my day job, I don't feel I've given anything to the world. When I do acting, I did that. I do that for me. I enjoy it. I have fun with it. But and I know certain people will enjoy the stuff I make or the comedy I make and things like that. But this, I actually see like changes in people's lives and their mentalities and helping them. So it's like this is something I kind of like to do a little bit more, and in a way, kind of hijacked my passion for acting because I just like to do this. but I want to like just do acting again to see if there's still something there, almost like manifesting an SP back. Oh, you said the writer strike's right across from your house. Could you speed up your manifestation once you totally cut off the 3D? Well, I mean, ideally, yeah, and then you put in the beliefs um that I'm no more than I would always say I'm no more than 2 weeks away from a miracle. Things always work out in my favor. I manifest quickly, and I throw those affirmations in there. I start to feel it's done already, and then it starts to come in quicker. But when you're out here looking for how can I speed it up? How do I get it? How do I get it? You're coming from I don't have it. I need it here now, 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 now. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. I need it now. When you're coming from that state, you're panicked. And the point of manifesting is you're giving it to yourself now. You're feeling how the ideal version would feel right now at this moment. SP stalks me now. Well, I guess that's positive, or if that's what you want. I've been going balls to the wall with the Isn't It Wonderful affirmation, and I met up with a friend today, and she covered the bill. I didn't expect her to do that because it was our first time meeting. See, that's awesome. And it's like, yeah, when you go from wouldn't it be wonderful if, and you see only the best scenarios in life and expect only the best, it's going to come in like that. And I've been playing around with the affirmations, but not as much as I should. I'm not really going balls to the wall on them like I should. We do have contact through text daily because we have a child together. He checks in on us. Okay, so that's good that you have the contact, but I know that sometimes the contact can be very difficult because you're getting a direct feedback that you might not be seeing exactly what you want right now at this moment. And personally, it's like when I was blocked and stuff, it was a lot easier just to write the story and expect things to come in and play out the best way because I'm not looking for something to happen because right now I'm directly seeing like the changes might be so incremental you don't see them. Like when you're working out, you don't notice that you've made a change usually until somebody else pointed out you made a change because you're so directly related to it in there that you can't really see the changes, but you have to trust that they're happening and that one day it's going to like you're just going to see a big massive movement or something's going to pop in. But it's harder for me personally when it was direct contact like that, but not impossible because things have changed too through that. Just for me, it took longer, I felt. People say robotic affirmations is BS, but it helped me a lot. Yeah, exactly. Whatever works for you works for you. Every technique works. Everything works. It's like some people do it through prayer at church. Some people do it through like I don't know, they'll do like witchcraft or whatever. Some people come from the manifesting point. Some people do sleep before bed technique. I like SATs, all the stuff that I do. People like their methods, and if it works for you, then it works for you. Who gives a fuck what other people say? SP is obsessed with me. Robotic affirmations helps a lot with everything. I love them. Yeah, it's something actually Inked has been pushing me more and more towards affirmations, so I think I'm going to do more of them. It's just harder for me not to. SP can't ever get over you. There you go. Just keep hitting your positive affirmations like that. Let me see. You know what? I don't know if she's free now. We could always pull up and try to get Inked in here. I sent her an invite. I don't know if she's doing something right now. It's scary how often I've seen a lot of young girls in the law of attraction scene wishing and manifesting for a man to be obsessed with them. Make sure it doesn't turn violent. Yeah, that would be the scary part. Yeah, you don't want creepily obsessed, but it's all about what you're assuming that obsession looks like to you. If the obsession is something good, then meaning that they were just blowing up your phone and good things like that, then there's no problem with it. It's scary how often I've seen. Oh, I read that one. Who's in seed? Oh, Inked. Inked is she's like basically been like the moderator for the channel and stuff like that. When I first started the channel, I made the video about manifest my SP 5 times. Made a couple other videos, I think, about my chest hair and overcoming that. And I made a couple videos, and then I was like, I was just gonna stop the channel because I was doing coaching for free at the time. And then it was getting a little bit annoying because people were taking advantage of it. They're like, hey, I need help. And like they were like blowing my phone up, and it's like, oh fuck, this is a mistake. Like It's like, and then you see that desperate neediness. Like every time they went through a problem, they're like, "Hey, I need you. Hey, I need you." And I've gotten now as I've gotten older and done this a little bit now over a year. When I see something, it's best like Abdullah shutting the door on Neville when Neville freaked out about his thing when you don't answer it sometimes. But I didn't want to do the coaching anymore after that. I didn't want to make a channel anymore, so I just stopped. Inked with someone who sent me an email and talked me into staying, and wound up staying. And then we've become very close friends after that. And so she'll usually be like the moderator running like the side over here, and she knows a lot about manifestation. We've worked together on her situation and my situation together, and just almost like manifesting partners in a way. Oh, you're just saying what he said to you. Well, then there you go. That's good. I would check your SP while manifesting her the way she would cross your boundaries. Wait, would you check your SP while manifesting her when she would cross your boundaries? At times, yes, and then at other times I let her walk all over me, and I think that was a mistake because you're showing people how to treat you. Dylan James talks about that a lot. You're showing people and allowing them to treat you the way that you're letting them do. You sat outside your house and wept into a pair of your undies, and you enjoyed that. Hold a positive position and allow it to come. Hold your positive position and only respond when they do like you like. It's simple. Yeah, exactly. And then the hard part is when you let them walk all over you too. It's like because you believe that you're going to lose them after that. If you set down your boundaries that you want and things like that, because it's like, oh, it's like, no, I really need you and blah blah blah. Hey Eric, what's up, brother? How you doing? We're going live on TikTok and YouTube right now because I don't think I'm going to be doing my Monday morning live. I think we're just going to stick with this for now. So we're over here. And I think this week I might start the membership live stuff. People respect boundaries, makes them want you more. I think that is true. Yeah, that's like not even like a manifesting, more like a psychological thing too. Bro had a dream. I hit a mini jackpot on a penny slot. Woke up so excited. There you go. It's a sign it's coming. Birds before land. Because she posted shit on her story about our relationship and people know me. It kind of triggered me. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying she posted something good, but in a way, then just flip the story. Just flip the story in a good way. She, what do you call it? She posted stuff about your relationship because you're on her mind and she wants to be with you. And the old negative version of her is purging out at the moment. What's up, H? How you doing, brother? I've been so down and out. Well, let's raise up your vibration, brother. Let's talk about some good stuff. What's something good going on in your life? Like list out your gratitude. You gotta go through all the things you're grateful for and realize that yeah, you might not have the one thing that you want right now, but stick to things that are positive and working in your favor. People like requirements. It's a fact. No reward. I'd say you're easy. Yep. Self-respect makes you more attractive. There you go. It's true. And that's the thing. I think a lot of us in this community, myself included at times, we don't respect ourselves. So when SPs do come back in, we'll get hot and cold and we'll get negative situations and stuff like that. Trying to see one thing over here. Let's say we'll stick on for about 15 more minutes or so. What if I ask my SP if we are headed in the right direction and he says he doesn't want to talk about it and just let it be? Well, yes, it's funny because changing anything and having any conversation like that in the 3D is never a good thing because I will tell you this. I had that exact same conversation before. It was actually yesterday. And what does it come from? It comes from a lack of your self faith in yourself. It's a lack of belief in trusting the process that manifesting works, and it's putting all the power in their hands and taking it away from you. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been someone who's done that before, so it sucks. And I've learned through, I know you're kind of newer to this channel, but it's like I've taken my SP on trips. I've been a great boyfriend. I've been around the house. I've taken care of our family, this and that. I've done all kinds of things for my SP. And we've had logical talks, deep relationship talks, all that stuff. None of it had changed anything until I had changed what was going on up here and visualized the exact thing that I wanted. And then it's hard to maintain that. That was what I learned. Because if you don't have that positive self-concept of yourself, you're not going to be able to maintain it, because deep down you won't believe that you deserve it. She came back to test the water by saying she wanted to be friends, and I said no. Yeah, see, I did the same thing with my SP before too, bro. And it was like last year, this time too, she's like, oh, I just want to be friends. I said no. Then I was like, I was cool with friends with benefits, because I knew that would lead into something else, and it did. I've been getting better and better with my self-concept stuff. Noticed my compliments, and I noticed more compliments and girls flirting with me. There you go. Yeah, see, that's all birds before land. Once you oh, thanks for the likes there, CCM. I've noticed that too. It's like that's the bird before land. More women are coming into your life, or for ladies, more men are coming into your life. You're getting compliments. Shows that your self-concept is raising up. Yeah, I appreciate the likes there. I'm going live, CCM, if you're not sure. Believe you're newer to the channel too, but I don't ever go live on here really too much. I'm trying to go live more often. But I'm on YouTube, where every Monday we go live, but today we're doing it on Sunday. Oh. Hold on, wait, did I lose you guys over here? That took me right out of my focus. Okay, I'm still here. I didn't know that, man, it like throws it up on your computer too, the phone call. Thank you. I'll stop thinking and asking that and just trust the process. Yeah, and I understand it's hard, because, like I said, I'm in that same boat now, and that's where I was partially. It's like, because I've done this so many times, I'm not entirely sure what I want. That's why, personally, I mean, your situation is different. You might have way more feelings, way more history, and you said you have the kid and stuff. So in your case, it would be worth persisting through. And part of me wants to persist through, because it's another unique set of circumstances, because I've overcome every type of circumstance there has been before in this relationship. So it could be very difficult. So I know that, and I've been there. Yeah, we'll start wrapping up soon, actually, because that was my real estate loan person. Slide that up real quick, because I think this week I'll be finishing up and get this place all to myself then. Do you still love her like before? Not gonna lie, bro. No. It's more of an ego thing at this point. It's like, I love the memories. I love the good times. I would love to have that version back. I know I can, but it's like, with all the hurt that went on throughout it, I don't know if I could bring that back. I don't know if I could bring that feeling back without forcing it myself. That's why I'm thinking to let it go and just be single for a while and just kind of let it play out there. So that's why, I mean, I've manifested her back so many times. We've had so many great memories, and I'm tired. For me, I didn't want to put the work in anymore, and I think that maybe it's just not worth the work for me anymore. Just remember that girl who loved you and the girl who treated you like trash are two different women. Exactly, yeah, too. I did have that. I did ask for guidance last night. That's why I still don't even have an answer, because I asked my subconscious for guidance last night, and I said, I don't like who I'm with now. I know I could change it. Is it worth changing it? And a voice or thought kept popping up in my head. That version is gone. A new version is here. And I have a message her today. I haven't talked to her. I see she's out. She's posting and stuff like that. But for me, it's like, okay, it doesn't trigger me like it used to. And that's also a sign that you have succeeded too in impressing your subconscious mind that, like, oh, if you're in a confident, secure relationship, you're not going to be triggered by what they're saying. But it is two different people. That is in the parallel reality, I said, okay, I accept it. Whatever went down, and you went off and lived that life. And in my current reality, I could choose to have this version of you or stay in that same reality. That is what I do when I remember the time. Remember the time is monkey branched on me. Oh, when you're stuck, yeah, when you're stuck thinking about how long it's been and stuff, yeah, timing could be a bitch too about it, but you realize it's like, okay, yeah, just live in that end moment now. And like I said, I do like living in the positive memories and stuff like that because the only time the past exists is when you bring the past into the present and let it exist. I feel like I got so much good shit going on in my life, but I kind of shrinking myself because of this SP shizzle. Like unconsciously want her to validate me, hate that feeling, but I'm happy that I can see as soon as I enter the victim state. Yeah, no, that's good identifying when you get into the victim state because, yeah, you don't need SP's validation. You need your own validation, validating yourself, feeling good about where you are in life. And like I said, bro, you have a lot of stuff going on for you, especially like I know you have acting dreams and stuff too. Pursue that, focus on that, keep doing your dancing, keep doing your other passions and going for your walks and working out and meeting people. You're going to do good and not have to worry about all that. Great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. TikTok gives you a warning. I'm just burnt out with all the affirmations. I have gotten to the point now where I CBA with affirmations. I'm working on almost all self concept. I've done SP affirmations, but primarily have told myself that I am GD. Oh, God. I was like, okay. Yeah. No, it's like pretty much right now. I mean, that's the thing that you want. Can't be asked. I've done visualizing. I just don't feel I want to or need to anymore. Yeah, that's one of the signs that it's impressed too. When you don't feel like doing it anymore, you have impressed the subconscious that you're good to go. You don't need to worry about anything anymore. And when you keep putting the work in, I mean, there are people who just like they just change their assumptions. Like, nope, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. I want it, I got it. Like Naya says, where she does the snapping through, she's like, I want it, I got it. Cool, you got it, and you don't have to do anything about it. And then this, it will start to become more. It's like think about SP. Oh yeah, she's got something going on today, but I'm working on this today. Make yourself so busy doing what you love that you don't have to worry about it anymore, and trust what's happening. My bro, much love. Thanks. No problem, brother. I do sleep tapes, let them play in the background while I sleep. That's good too. I've never really done them that much. I don't use sleep tapes, but my affirmations will play in my head usually when I sleep, and I go to sleep with my end seeing vision. I feel like self concept is the way to go because that's the way they pursue you. But affirming for SP feels like trying to control the 3D, which is exhausting. Yes, and that's a current problem that I've made too recently was I know all the rules stuff, and that's why I'm switching my focus on self concept for everybody, changing our self concepts to attract what we want. When we are the high value person, when we are the best version of ourselves, we don't have to worry about them because who would not want to be with us? Like, we could all look at each other and see, I mean, like, like there's multiple of you that I've had sessions with in here. I've seen you. You're good looking people. There's no reason that you need to be feeling bad about yourself. And like everybody says about me and my SP, I'm a good looking guy. Like, why is she doing all this? And I do all this stuff for her because while physically and mentally we're up here, and everyone else can see it in the rest of the world because we don't have any restrictions towards everybody else. Our beliefs of them keep us held down here, where that's where we believe we need that validation from them to get to where we should actually feel. That puts us on the pedestal. Exactly. Hell yeah, I'm looking good. There you go. Yeah, you just keep reinforcing that about yourself and realizing that you are the prize. Thanks for all the advice. I will check out your videos on YouTube. Have a great day. You have a great day too. Thanks for keeping up and helping add to the chat. Yes, I appreciate you. People telling me I can do much. People telling me I can do much better than her. Yeah, exactly. I'll get that too, brother. Well, thank you for the likes over there. Yeah, I think we'll stick it out. We'll go about another 5 more minutes, guys. So if anyone's got any more questions, comments, concerns, ideas, stuff you want to talk about, shoot the shit. Bro, the old story comes back. Yeah, that's something where I partially thought about letting go because I'm like, I'm tired of fighting the old story. It's easy to fight it, let it go, and then like certain things happen to remind you, and then you can't let it go. It's an energy thing. Oh, okay, then it's an energy thing. I'm kind of stopping myself to go all out because I kind of know I won't care about her anymore, and she will chase me then. But then I won't. Then I don't want her anymore. Yeah, so I think a lot of it too is like when we're like afraid to push ourselves to that self concept because we know we won't want them anymore, and we'll see our value. But you can't hold back and not worry about that. It's like at the end of the day, it's all about your self elevation and growth. And if you really care about them and really want them back, you'll take them back when they come back around. But you don't have to. But why restrict yourself and restrict your life for them if they're just an aspect of you? I'm in such a weird situation working 2 blue collar jobs, just having enough time for the gym. I know how that feels, brother. I worked a really shitty shift. I do blue collar work too. I worked a really shitty shift, and the only thing I was able to do was go to the gym. I worked 2 to 10. I got off work. My friends and family were all asleep. Um, I couldn't go out on Friday nights. I had Saturday nights. So it was like the only one night I could see anyone, and I was with SP at the time, so it was like really couldn't do nothing. I mean, but spend time with her, and then I'd be up all night because of that shift. I'd sleep all day, and I'd go to the gym just twice a day and stuff like that. There's nothing there. So I would say maybe try to manifest out of that situation. Like I wound up manifesting a job that I wouldn't have got. I got a day shift in my trade. It's very hard to get day shift, but it's very hard to get day shift in my trade. But I did against all the odds, and I said I was going to be getting it, and I wound up doing it. And I manifested that because I wanted to be able to spend more time with SP. And then I had this fear, though, if I got it, that I would lose SP right after, and that's what happened. So my mind has been obsessed with her. Well, busy yourself with stuff that makes you feel good. I don't know if those jobs make you feel good. I know my job didn't. My job made me just feel like I had so much more to offer the world, and I didn't. And I just felt like I was wasting my time and stuff like that. She's a ride or die type of person. I can get more beautiful, younger, and all that, but that's not for me. Well, then, if you know what you want, then stick to it. I don't get triggered by the 3D anymore. I just saw SP post a story. I looked at it and didn't feel triggered. I was like, cool, I'm making progress. There you go. Yeah, I felt the same way today, too. There has not been a moment I haven't thought about her. And then there is a 3P. Why should I wait for her when she is enjoying her life? See, that's something that I've had to contend with before too, and like I've got the methods for like releasing the third party and stuff. But I knew if it was worth it to me, and I knew if I had enough faith and stuff in this that it would work, and I just believed it was going to happen quickly, and I just put all the work into it, and it happened, and it played out. And then it was funny when it played out, and I got her, and it was everything I dreamed of. It was like, okay, it's done, but I've already felt all this in my head for weeks leading up to this, and it wasn't any different. The 3D was a little bit, it was different, but it was pretty much the same thing because I've already experienced it. And then I realized, um, I'm like, well, you know what? It's okay. I don't really want it anymore. And then I did wind up losing her again around then. And I was like, I kind of want her back. So it's like there's something there, but when you get them, you might not want them as much anymore because you've done all the inner work. Thanks a lot, Nick. You're helping us a lot. Well, no problem, brother. I'm glad it's helping you guys. I keep trying to use the mouse to check on here too. But I think we're going to call it there because that's an hour and a half here and like an hour and 45 minutes here. I don't think I'm going to be live tomorrow morning on YouTube. Maybe tomorrow night I'll do a live for YouTube because I know I'm going to got to get to kicking on that membership stuff. for the channel. So I know Monday nights are what people voted to be the best time to do Monday night lives. So I'm gonna do a membership Monday night live, I think tomorrow, and then I might be on TikTok after that. So if you guys want, there should be a link somewhere. Otherwise, it's the same name, same logo, Mystic Manifesting on TikTok. If you guys want to check it out, I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow night there as well. But no promises, and then I'm gonna try to pick it up more often. But I'm glad it helped you guys. I love seeing you guys. Thanks for tuning in, everyone here. Thanks for the likes and support and driving the conversation. You guys as well. Bro, I know I'm doing something right because whole time single. Also, all her dates failed. There you go. Cigar night for me tomorrow, Nick. So good to see you live. It's good to see you too, brother. And I think maybe I'll have another cigar later on tonight too. Maybe I'll jump back on live tonight. I don't know. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And like I said, go over to TikTok if you want. I'm gonna try to do more lives on there. If not, I'm gonna stop being lazy and finally get my ass to making some videos. So love you guys, and I'll see you around. And same here to you guys.